Hello, everyone. Welcome to Weigh In Wednesday. It is week 15. So, it was a good week, actually. I have to say, overall, it was a very good week. Um, in terms of my eating, I was starving a couple days this week. I was so hungry. It was unbearable. There's only so much water and green tea and other stuff that you can get into you before it's like, I need food. Um, so I was counting, the hours to the intermittent fast ending so I could get something into me. But aside from that, it wasn't too bad. My cheat days, I have a routine now where my cheat day is weigh in Wednesday. And so after I get my weight and see what the results were, um, I kind of reward myself by cheating. That's the opposite of what I should do. I should do something probably more healthy and wholesome, like treat myself to a hot bath or get a massage or a pedicure, some of those things that you see. But it makes the most sense to me that if the reward for eating less is eating more. I know, not helpful, not helpful. But so far it's been working. So, uh, cheat day would be tonight. And the cheat day last week, I ended up having pizza, and the pizza wasn't good. But so it goes. So those were the only things that were different. I had a couple days where I was very, very hungry that I couldn't place why. My activity wasn't up. I just couldn't place why. And the pizza wasn't very good on the last cheat night. Bought different pizza for tonight though. So that was pretty much. Oh, a couple treats too. Worked them into my 1,500 calories. So they were just my normal 500 calories of dessert type stuff. They filled in a piece of that. Flan, feel free to correct that. So good. Mark brought home these little portioned ones that are, I mean, who knows the calories? I just Googled flan and tried to portion it as best I could. 400 calories, maybe? But that delicious syrup in the bottom when you turn it over. Oh my God. It was so good. It was so good. I mean, go into the electric chair, last meal request, good. So luckily we have a few more. So I'm very, very excited about that. So there were a couple treats in there too. Exercise was nothing really to write home about. It was about an hour on Saturday of brisk walking. It's been really cold, which is why you see me in a sweatshirt, tucked in with a pillow and a hat on. It's not just because I'm bald, it's also because bald heads get cold. So I guess it is because I'm bald. Well, that's neither here nor there. Um, so I did that. I actually made my steps. My step goal is about 8,000 on mine. I tried to do something a little more moderate than the 10, and I don't push it too much higher. And went to Walmart to do some shopping last night before last, and made my steps because we were going back and forth and going to the garden center and got the Christmas tree and then go back to the food aisle because I forgot something there. And then, you try to ring out in the garden center and the asshole clerk is like, oh, you can't ring out here even though your car is 20 feet from the door. Go back into the express line with the other unwashed masses and try to pay there. I didn't have a good attitude at Walmart. But I got my steps in from going back and forth. So, trade off. So let's see. To the numbers. When I started my journey, I was 272. When I started this channel, I was 229. So last week I was 207, which I was very excited about if you watched last week's weigh in, and just got off the scale and I was 205. So I lost another 2 pounds. I was trying to crunch the numbers in my head around pace. It's been almost exactly 2 pounds a week since I began in the middle of April. In the beginning, I lost it a little bit faster, probably just because I was bigger. I had more weight to lose, and the calorie deficits that I was putting in were a lot bigger. I really didn't have cheat days per se, probably for the first 6 or 7 weeks. So a little bit of effort was getting me a lot of results. Now it's more effort with a little bit of the same result, sometimes less. But everything's still going in a pretty good direction. The non-scale victory that I've been experiencing is just an in general increased amount of energy. It doesn't feel like a chore to do simple stuff that used to really be, I don't know. I'd have to talk myself into doing simple stuff like going to do the dishes, um, going to get a shower. Uh, I would only shave like once a week. Everything just felt like laborious. Everything, I sighed so often. I was like, oh God, oh me, couldn't get out of a chair without making noises. And now I pop up, I go around, I get home from work, I'm doing dishes, hop in the shower, make my food for later, play with the cat, and I'm doing and I'm going. And it's a lot easier to do because I'm not lugging around what is now another 67 pounds that was stuck to me at the time. So I'm just enjoying that a lot. And, I'm not usually the most super high strung kinetic person. I'm a little more sedentary, just it's part of my disposition. But I like to be able to do that if I want to. And now I can if I want to. So that's pretty much it. Not too much on the week coming up. There's a couple Christmas parties, but they're both at work, and I'm having a mental, game plan for that. Um, as far as food goes, I will break the intermittent fast for the day probably if the party's at noon. I'm not going to sit there and not eat. And I still like to eat before bed, so what I'll probably do is just stick to calorie counting that day and blow off the fast. I've done it once or twice before, and it hasn't had a lot of ill effect. So I'll probably, you know, I'll be all right with that. Those couple of events, they're the only thing on my radar that could have to do with my weight loss journey that I can see. There's other stuff, but that's just life. Everyone has a life and they have stuff, so I won't bore you with that. But thanks for tuning in, and I will catch up with y'all soon. Bye.